Dale.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's Randy Bullock now to put toe to leather, and we are underway from MetLife Stadium. From his end zone, Wilson. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. To begin the drive. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. Open man is Keyshawn Johnson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. He finds his man complete. That's Moss. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. It'll be Vick once more. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. A first down throw coming for Vick. It's another pass to Perriman, and it's complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Tomlinson. He is going nowhere in a hurry, as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Touchdown, Jets. Lawrence Cager from 6 yards away. And the Jets will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
That appeared like any routine NFL quarterback, but it was Michael Vick from the pocket, throws a touchdown pass. I just think about the transformation throughout his career. From Atlanta, where he would take off and go at just about the drop of a hat and turn defenses into mush. And then by the end of his career in Philadelphia, where he completed passes like we just saw from the pocket, yet still had those great legs, when necessary, to help get him out of trouble.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. That's going to be caught by Pickens. give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down. Throwing is Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On third down, Jackson. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Swinging this out for Pollard.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game. Like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Jackson on first down.
Pollard here once again, back-to-back catches. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. In motion right, here comes Johnson. And Jackson throwing once more. This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Pollard will take it in. Touchdown. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
No return here for Wilson. To touch back, it'll come out to the 25.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
22 yards there, a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go.
Here's second and a yard.
Hey, check that.
Vic leaves it for Tomlinson, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
They'll try and pick it up with Tomlinson. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. LaDainian Tomlinson scampering home from 19 yards out.
And the Jets have moved out in front.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes the score 14-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end, and mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson looking deep downfield. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Jets are going to get the football back at their own 17. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive.
And some room to roam now. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
In motion comes the tight end left.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. From the gun, Jackson.
Crossing route catch made by Johnson.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Bullock's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
We change it.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He sets to fire deep.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 33.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And they get him down, but not before he
takes it across the 40-yard line. A drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And what a nice example there. A tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he'll have a Jets first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Tomlinson again, a first down carry. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime Minks had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Vick in trouble, and down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Vick with the incompletion there on third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Let's go now.
Fourth down, Vick. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
So the awareness of knowing where the first down marker is not just for the offense. I mean, his defense has to understand that, too, and they gave up a huge one there.
Oh, yeah, this is one of those situations defensively. You're just counting on getting the football back.
No doubt about it. You've already projected yourself to the bench and with a little bit of smile on your face for having stopped them, and now you've got to regroup and play again. Now, that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was
and a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became third and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
That throw by Vick incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Here's Andy Lee now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's Jackson. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
Well, nursing such a small lead, you thought he'd take better care of the football after his last drive. Now for the second straight possession, he's put all the pressure right back on his defense. They need to take a stand and hold that lead.
So here's Vick following the interception. That's caught out left by Perriman. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Out of the gun, it's Tomlinson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here you go, here you go.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. They stay on the ground. Tomlinson. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Here's Vick. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Here's Michael Vick. He's into the secondary. Touchdown! Breshad Perriman. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Now Bullock to add the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Play action. Now Jackson. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. On the move past the 40. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. To throw is Jackson. And he's got it. Touchdown. Tony Pollard. He scored on the ground and through the air. And his guys are going to retake the lead. Bullock good on the extra point. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
From the 10. Oh, good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it's second down.
Brandon, you know, this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Jack Panther.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
Vick to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his home. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Vick. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Now Michael Vick. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Vick. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Moss. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
He'll look to throw. And it's caught. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead, and also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now Jackson. Swinging this out for Pollard.
Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10.
A big play there on the catch and run. 44 yards.
This defense is definitely reeling a little bit now. Back-to-back big plays given up. And you know that's all defenses talk about. How do you limit that? Instead, they got hit by a 1-2 punch those last couple of plays, and now they've got their backs to the goal line.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5.
Jackson. Pollard here once again, back-to-back catches.
And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point fourth-quarter lead.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. Here's Jackson.
And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Makes the score. Visitors 31. Jets 28.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
From his end zone, Wilson. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line. Ready!
And they take a knee.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so